Okay, folks, here we are for level 4 for your Noteflight composition work. So level 4, we're going to start creating some melodies to go along with the rhythm stuff that we've been learning, and we're going to connect it to the blues, which we've been learning about. Um, at the top here are the notes that we're going to need for, so when it's a C major chord, these are the notes we're going to use. When it's an F major chord, these are the notes we'll use, and when it's a G major chord. So these are just the notes of the triads or the chords, C major, so C, E, G, Do, Mi, So, and I've just labeled C and C up there in red. So C, E, G, C, E, G. F major is F, A, C, and then we've got a C down there and another F and A that we can use. So you can use any of the notes that are C, E, G, C, E, G, or F, A, C, F, A, and there's a C down there. And then G, G, B, D, another G up top, and a B and D down there. So you've got a few different choices so long as you're using these notes here, okay? And what we're going to do down here, I've created the blues, and oops, let's just, there we go. So here's the blues pattern. So 4 bars of C, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of C, and now we're doing a slight twist on the blues. Instead of G, F, we're just going to do 2 bars of G, and then 2 bars of C again. So there's lots of slight variations on the blues patterns, okay? And this is one of them where it just goes 2 bars of G at the end and then back to C. Okay, so let's listen to that. I've put on an instrument called the marimba down below, which is kind of like a xylophone. I've put a son clave pattern you can see. So let's just listen to the blues with a son clave. Okay, so that's our clave pattern, and you're going to create a simple melody that fits nicely with that rhythm and follows our blues triad notes. Okay, so for C, you can use C, E, G, okay, high or low. For F, you can use F, A, C, high or low. And for G, you can use G, B, D, high or low. So you can always look back up here to help you remember which notes are on which lines and spaces. Okay, so I'm going to start by creating a simple, I'm going to do 2 bars at a time, and then I'm going to, base it on a 2-bar kind of rhythm pattern, so, or a 2-bar melody pattern. So let's start and just see what happens. Okay, so let's see what this sounds like. So C, G, E, C, E, C, E, G, C. So all the notes I used were notes that are contained in the C major chord right here. Okay, so it's all going to fit with C. Let's just listen to those 2 bars and see what it sounds like. Okay, I like that. I like that. So you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to select both measures. So I selected one measure. I'm going to hold down Shift and click on the next measure. So now I've got the whole pattern selected. And then I'm going to, we should have our edit up here. Okay, and I'm going to go copy, or you can go Control C if you know how to do it with your keyboard, but I'm going to click copy. Okay, and I'm going to go here, and I want it to do the same thing again. So I'm going to go paste. Okay, so just copy and paste, and now I've got the same pattern again, so it's going to go twice. Let's listen. Okay, now I need to do something for F. So for these next two measures, I need to do something with these notes here, F, A, C. Okay, my F's, my A's, my C's. So I'm going to do something that's just a slight variation, a slight twist on my original. Okay. So now I should let you know that I've thought about what I want to do before making this video. So I'm not just creating this in my head on the spot. So you shouldn't expect to be able to go quite as fast as I have. Okay, but let's listen to F now. Okay, let's listen one more time. Okay, and let's listen to C again. So hopefully you can hear how they're related. Okay, so now we're going to go back to C. You know what? I'm going to just copy and paste the same one. We're going to just have a pattern for each chord. So I selected one measure, hold down Shift, select the next measure, copy, put it where I want it, paste, and there we go. Okay, and then so now I need to make up a pattern for G, and again I want it to be based on what I've done so far, so just something slightly different, and I'm going to use the notes for G major, G, B, D, high or low. Okay, so all my G's, all my B's, all my D's. Okay, and I'm going to just do a quick little change there. I like that syncopated rest in there, so let's hear that. And you know what? Actually, I don't like that rest. I'm just going to change that. Let's hear last. Okay. All right, so now I've got a pattern for C, I've got a pattern for F, I've got a pattern for G. Now last is C, so again, I'm just going to copy, Shift, click, copy, and put it where I want it, paste. Okay, so now let's zoom out, look at the whole thing. Okay, so I've got my two measure melody. It repeats, changes slightly on F, back to C, G, and then ends with C. So let's hear the whole thing. Oopsies. Okay, didn't mean to repeat back to there. Anyways, there you go. So we very quickly created a simple 4-bar melody, but it's all based on a 2-bar pattern. And so I showed you the copy pasting. So every time it's C, it's the same two measures. And then F, is a slight variation, and G is a slight variation. And up here, I used these notes for my C melody, I use these notes for my F melody, and I use these notes for my G melody. Of course, I might not have used every single note, but these are the ones I got to choose from. Okay, so when you're done, you will save and then send it to me. And there we go. Have fun with level 4.